Good morning, good morning, good morning, my dear friends. How are you all? How are you all? My name is Sourav Upadhyay and I welcome you all to this live session from the IMS GATE Academy, my dear friends. How are you all? My dear friends, I wish you all a very happy Engineers Day and I sincerely hope that your preparation is going right on track. Few months is left for your exam and I really hope that you are doing good. Now I want you to, leave everything aside and fully focus on your studies. Hardly 3 to 4 months is left, my dear friends. And just to boost your effort, just to give a little, push up, we have come up with this series, in which we will be discussing some very important, some very tricky, gate PYQ questions, and along with that, we'll be discussing the concepts also in brief, right? So this is a small session, a 1 hour session, and I want you to make the full benefit of it. I want you to make the full of this session. Now, whoever has studied industrial engineering, they can sit in this session because some concepts are required. Although I'll be discussing the concepts also, but my main focus will be to do the PYQs, do the questions, but I will discuss the concepts also, right? So my dear friends, take a rough note, sit with a rough note, try to, or you can listen also nicely, and without wasting any time, I'm going to start the session. So quickly join, my dear friends. I can see your comments as well. Quickly join, my dear friends. Quickly join. I'm going to start the session in the next 1 or 2 minutes, my dear friends. As you can see, here is the first question on your screen as well. Now we will quickly discuss all the important PYQs and with the concepts as well. So what does the question says, anyone? What does the question says? What does the question says? The question says that a project consists of 14 activities A to N. The duration of these activities is given in days. Now what is the latest time for node 10? Now anyone have studied this or not? He is asking the latest time for node 10. Can anyone tell me what he is asking? Is it for an event or is it for an activity? So my dear friends, that whenever he is saying node, we are going to focus on the event. Whenever he is saying node means what? In PERT and CPM, node means what? Can anyone tell? In PERT and CPM, node means event. So whether it's an event or whether it's an activity, you know that we are going to start with the forward pass computation and backward pass computation. So my dear friends, I'm going to solve this problem on this question itself. Now we start with 0, yes or no? Now you are simply going to add the activities in the forward direction. Now this is 0 plus 2, 2 units. Now 2 plus 3, here I'll write 5. At each activity, at each event, we have to write the maximum time. At each event, we have to write the maximum time. So this is 5. Now 2 plus 4, here it will be 6. Now 2 plus 2, here it will be 4. Now 6 plus 4, here it will be 10. 6 plus 2, here it will be 8. Now for event 10, it will be 5 plus 4, 9. Now 8 plus 2, here it will be 10. Now 10 plus 5, here it will be 15. And 15 plus 2, here it will be 17. And 17 plus 2, here it will be 19. So my dear friends, here I have done the forward pass computation. Now backward pass computation, if I start with backward pass computation, here it will be 19 for event 12. Then for event 11, it will be 19 minus 2, which is 17. Now my dear friends, see one thing. He is asking for node 10, the one which I am sketching. You can see this. He is asking the latest time for node 10. So I will not consider all these events, for solving this question. I will straight away go to this path. So see, here it is 17, here it is activity unit is, time duration is 3 minutes. So 17 minus 3, here it will be 14. So my dear friends, if I just take out this, activity M, here it is what? Here it is something like this, M 3, and here it is 17, here it is 17, here it is 9, and here it is 14. So he's asking for node 10. So for node 10, what I have to do? For node 10, simply see, this will give you the latest time of the event. For node 10, for any node, for any event, it will give you the latest time. So what is the latest time, my dear friends? The latest time is 14 minutes or 14 days. Sorry, here it is days. So you can say 14 days, and 14 is the answer. So why I have taken this question? I have only taken this question because such questions are coming in frequency in your examination, and the most important thing here is that you should be very thorough with your knowledge of forward pass computation and backward pass computation. So this is the thing, right? So I hope no issues is there. I hope no issues is there. Right? So let's move on to the next question. Let's move on to the next question. Yes. Now, my dear friends, here is a very, very important GATE 2019 question, and I'm sure that if you see this question in first attempt, you will feel that it is going to take a lot of time. But the trick that I'm going to say over here, it will simply, make your journey in this question very easier. One trick I will tell you. Right? So before that, I want you to read the question. The question says that the activities of a project, their duration and the precedence are given. He's simply asking you what is the time to complete the activities along the critical path. So in short, he's asking only the critical path, which is very, very easy. When you see this question, it will be you will feel that it is very easy. But the way he has given the precedence relationship over here, that is the thing which is going to trouble you over here. Yes or no? Just see that he is giving something in terms of inequalities, x less than y comma z he is giving. So what does that mean? It means that y and z, x is the predecessor of y and z. So similarly, if I see here a less than b comma c comma d, it means a is the predecessor of b c d activities. Similarly, in the second one, B is the predecessor of EFG activities. Similarly, in the third one, C is the predecessor of I. So what I'm going to do? If you start solving the question just in this manner, chances are there that you are going to commit mistakes. To avoid that, what I'm going to do? See, this is the trick that I'm going to do. See, we know that A is the predecessor of B comma C comma D. Yes or no? So in the row of BCD, I will simply write here A. In the row of BCD, I am simply going to write over A. Yes or no? Similarly, when you see in the second row, he says that B is the predecessor of E comma F comma G. So in the row of E F G, I am simply going to write what? B. Right? Similarly, in the third row, C is the predecessor of I. So in the row of I, simply write C. Done. Similarly, in the fourth row, D is the predecessor of G. So in case of G, simply write over like D. Job done. And in the row of E, he is saying that E is the predecessor of H. So for H, simply write like E over here. For F, he says that F is the predecessor of I. So just write F like this. G and H is the predecessor of I. So also write G and also write H. And the moment when you write this, see, initially the question was seemingly trickier, seemingly difficult, and now when I've written this, I've just in my comfortable zone. Now I can clearly see the activities and the precedence relationship in a very crystal clear way, and now I can proceed to solve the question, right? So my dear friends, how the diagram will look like. This is the initial node. Then A will come. A with 5 days will come. Then what will happen? From here B and then D and then C goes out. So I'll write here B 7 days, D 6 days, and then E, it will come out like E 3 days, not E, C. Just a minute. This is D and this is C. C is with 10 days. So from, now come to E and F. From B, E and F are also going out. So this is your E with 3 days and this is your F with 9 days. Yes or no? So D is over here. Now after that, F is there, F with 9 days is there. Now G is with 7 days. So my dear friends, draw an event like this, write a dummy activity like this and just take out G. Now G is with how much days? 7 days. Now C is there. Now after that, what comes out? G has done H. H is E. So from E, just simply take out H with 4 days. Now F is there, G is there. All I have done, I guess, all the activities I have done, and only one thing is remaining, which is I, which is CFGH. So what I will do, just erase this and take out C from here, okay, take out C over here. Yes, okay, so you are asking me to change the color. Okay, now let me, I'm using yellow. Fine, yellow, I'm using yellow. Is it okay? No issues. I think this should be clear now. Anyway, yes. So my dear friends, all the activity I have taken, and I is what? I is 2 days. So can you tell the critical path from here? Anyone? Can you tell the critical path? What will be the critical path? See, A, then what? Tell me what will be the critical path? If you take B, C, if I take ABFI, it will be 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 2. It is coming out 12 plus 9, 21 and 23, right? If you take, let's say this is what? This is your ADGI. And if you take any other path, you will get, the durations which is less than 23 weeks. If you take any other path from here, you will get the duration which is less than 23 weeks. So what is your critical path? The critical path is ABFI, right? ABFI, which is 23 is your answer. Fine. So my dear friends, what was the trick over here? The trick over here is that you have to convert the problem in the way you are comfortable at, not according to the examiner's point of view. Yes or no? This is the thing that we learned over here. Now my dear friends, let's move on to the next question. And the next question, I'll tell you, my dear friends, it can trouble you a lot. Although you have studied PERT and CPM, I know that, but this question has the potential to trouble you. Now, why I'm saying like this? See, he's simply asking what is the slack on the activity L. He's simply asking that, but one twist he has done, he has used activity on node over here. And when we study PERT and CPM, we generally don't, we always study activity on arrow. But here he has given what? Activity on node. So what I will do, my dear friends, if you just try to do this question using activity on node, you will do it. You can do it. There is no issue, but it is going to take a lot of time. What I will do here is I will try to convert this activity on node to activity on arrow diagram and see what happens next. Is it okay? The idea is clear. He has given you in activity on node. What is the idea over here? What is the trick over here? I am going to convert in activity on arrow and then find whatever he is asking. Right? Let's try to do, my dear friends. See, on activity on arrow, we write the activities on the arrow one, not on the nodes one. So this is A with 2. Then this is B with 4. Then this is C. We have to maintain the precedence relationship as well. So this is C with 10. Now from here, F goes out, F with 7. And from here, I goes out, I with 8. Then from here, J comes out, J with 5. And now here, my dear friends, E is there, E with 4. Now from here, D is there, D with 6. And after that, G is there. After that, G is there, G with 7. And the H activity, as you can see on the screen, it is having a precedence of E and G. So what I will do, I will erase this one. I will erase this one, and I will connect E and G in such a way, E and G in such a way that I can take out H from here, and H is having a duration of 9. And then finally, L, I will take it out. L is having a duration of 2. And above, if I go, J is having 5. Now K is also there. K is having a duration of 6. And this is L, this is K. And finally, these two activities will join, and I have to somewhere merge them. So what I have done, I have just tried to convert this AON to AOA, and let's what to do. See, for anything, whether it's for activity or whether it's for node, you have to find what? Forward and backward pass computation. So let's try to do this. See, I am starting with 0. It will be 2 units. It will be 6 units. It will be 16. Then it will be 22. Then it will be 29. Yes or no? And 29. And if I go upwards, 16 plus 7, it will be 23. See what I'm writing over up. We are writing the forward pass computation. Then 23 plus 8, it will be 31. Then it will be 36. And 36 plus 6, it will be 42. Now if I go from below, 29 plus 9 is 38. And 38 plus 2 is 40. So you know that over an event we write the maximum time. So 42 or 40, which is maximum? 42. So I wrote 42 over here. So when what is 42? 42 is the duration in which you can complete the entire project. So I'm going, this was forward pass computation. Now if I go back for backward pass computation, again I have to write 42 over here. Now he's asking the slack on the activity L. He's asking the slack on the activity L. Now for L, you have to find the latest completion time of the event. So what we have to do? We have to simply subtract the activity time from 42. 42 minus 2 is what? 40. And the moment I write this, I should get the answer. I should get the answer. Now, let me take it out. Let me take it out on the outside. From the forward and backward pass computation, I have arrived to this conclusion. From the forward and backward pass computation, I have arrived to this calculation. So can anyone tell me what is the slack on the activity? Can anyone tell me what will be the slack on the activity? My dear friends, slack is generally used for event. But here we have to assume that slack on the activity means he is asking the total float. Yes or no? Slack on the activity means what? He is asking the float on the activity. Here we have to assume that slack and slack and float are used interchangeably. Anyway, slack on the activity means what? We have to find the total float for the activity, total relaxation time for the activity. So you know that if I draw this diagram, if I draw this arrow diagram, the slack is what? 42. 42 minus 2 minus 38. And if you find this, you will come up with 2 hours or 2 time units. See, what was special in this question? The only speciality in this question was that he has given in AON, you have to convert in AOA, activity on arrow diagram. Without converting also you could have done. I'm not denying that, but that would have, you could have faced some difficulty, right? So this was a GATE 2020 question, a very, very beautiful question. And my dear friends, the only learning that I can take from here is that in our future examinations, we can expect questions based on activity on node as well, right? So the answer is what? The answer is 2 hours. Let's go back. Let's go to the next question, my dear friends. Let's go to the next question. Yes. My dear friends, I've taken a very simple problem for, a simple problem of LPP from GATE 2009, but it is going to give you a good learning over here. I've taken 2 problems for LPP and it is going to give you a very good learning. How? We will see. My dear friends, for an LPP, what do we know? We know that we have to make graphs and do the equations, right? Now, my dear friends, see one thing. I'm going to quickly draw the graph and I'm going to quickly find the answer. Yes or no? See. Just listen. Your only job here is to simply listen what I'm telling. It is, you are going to gain definitely out of it. Now this is 6. Now this is 9. And this is less than 1. Why I have converted in intercept form? Just to draw the graph, right? So let me quickly draw the graph. No issues with that. Let me quickly draw the graph. See, here I have taken x1, here I have taken x2. Now quickly see, first constraint is what? First constraint is x1 less than equal to 4. Just draw an x less than equal to 4 line. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Then x2 less than 6. On the x2 line, just simply draw x2 is equal to 6. Yes or no? Yes, sir. This is x2 equal to 6 and this is x1 is equal to 4. Very good. We have drawn 2 constraints. What is the third constraint? Third constraint is this one, which I have written in this way. The x-intercept is 6. The y-intercept is 9. So just don't worry. Here it is 0, 6. Here it is 4, 0. And here it is 6 and 9. So this is 6, 0 and here it is 0, 9. So can you draw a line passing through these 2 points? Yes. See, can I draw a line passing through these 2 points? Yes, very easily I can draw this. Now, what is your shaded, what is your feasible region, my dear friends? You know that you have to select a region which is, feasible. Feasible means satisfying all the equations. So the one which I am showing with the closed arrows, this is your Feasible region, yes or no? The one which I am shading in this way. The one which I am shading in this way, this is your closed region. Very good. In that we have to select the corner points. Now what are the corner points? One is 0, 6, one is 4, 0, and we have to find these 2 points as well. Now my dear friends, when you solve the equations using simultaneously, you are going to get these point as 2, 6 and this point as 4, 3, right? We are not wasting time, solving the equations. Just know that the points of intersection are going to come as, this will be 4, 3 and this will be 2, 6. Now what you have to do, you have to simply substitute the points in the objective function. What is your objective function? The objective function over here is z equal to 3x1 plus 2x2. Now if you put the first one, which is 0, 6, what we are going to get? 2 into 6, 12. If you put the second one, let's say 4, 0, I am putting. Okay, I am going to draw in the next line. No issues. If you put 4, 0, 4, 0, if you put, it is going to come as 12. Now, if you put, here I am writing on the left hand side, if you put z equal to 2, 6, you are going to get 3 to the 6 and 6 to the 12, which is 18. And if you put z equal to 4, 3 over here, you are going to get 4, 3 the 12 and 3 to the 6, which is 18. So 18 and 18, 2 solutions are coming. When 2 solutions are coming, you will simply say that it is going to have multiple optimal solution. Yes or no? You have done this question. Now, the thing which I am going to tell from now, this is the important one. How? See. In class or in your notes, from wherever you have studied, we tell that whenever the slope of objective function is equal to one of the constraints, we always get multiple optimal solution. So here, what was the slope of the objective function? The slope of the objective function was, the slope of z was minus 3 by 2. And if you see carefully your third constraint, here also the slope of your constraint was coming out to be minus 3 by 2. So both the slopes are same. So we got the solution as multiple optimal solution. Fine. Let's say you have done this without solving, without even solving, you have put the option D in your examination and it is correct. Fine. Now see. Now when I take you to the next question, same question it is, it was coming in GATE 2009 and this is for GATE 2013. Here also, if you see what is the slope of your objective function, the slope of your objective function is minus 3 by 7. And if you see what is the slope of your first constraint, the slope of your first constraint is minus 3 by 7. Both the slopes are same. So what you will do in your hurry, you will simply mark as, 2 optimal solutions. You'll simply do this, or multiple optimal solution, you will do this. But my dear friends, we have to check one thing. Now is the learning from here. It is wrong. Yes, it is not the correct answer. It is not the correct answer. It is wrong. Why? See, I am going to show you. Don't worry. I am going to tell you. See, if you plot the first constraint, here it is 10 by 3 and here it is 10 by 7. And if you draw a line, it will be something like this. Very good, sir. If you draw the second constraint, here it is 2, here it is 8 by 6, and if you draw the line, it will be this one. And as per the inequalities, this becomes your feasible region, and when this becomes your feasible region, 2, 0 or 0, 8 by 6, these are your endpoints. And when you substitute in your objective function, it is, one is giving you 7 into 8 by 6 and another one is giving you 3 into 2, 6. Are these two equal? Definitely not. In fact, this is your answer. 56 by 6, which is more than 6, something, 56 by 6 is close to 9. So what is your answer? Your answer will be exactly one optimal solution. Exactly one optimal solution. So you will ask me that, sir, what is the reason? Here also, if you go by simply the slope criteria, you would have got multiple optimal solutions as in the previous case, but we are getting here exactly one solution. What is the reason? The reason is, my dear friends, the statement that we have been learning is incomplete. The final statement is that if the slope of objective function is equal to the slope of the binding constraint, the slope of objective function should be equal to the slope of binding constraint. Only then. Now what is binding constraint? Then it will be completely theoretical, which I have discussed in the classes, and I hope that you know what is the meaning of binding constraint. If this is equal, then only I can say that it will be having multiple optimal solutions. But if it is not so, sorry, you will not get multiple optimal solutions. So here this one is what? Redundant constraint. Redundant constraint. And in the previous case it was binding constraint. In the previous case it was binding constraint, right? So always remember, binding constraint slope equal to objective function slope, then only multiple optimal solution. Else you have to draw the, go by the conventional method of drawing the graph and getting the solution, right? So I hope, my dear friends, you got the learning from here. And although it was a very easy question, but just to make sure you don't make the mistake. So my dear friends, are you understanding the concepts? Tell me, are you understanding the concepts? Are you getting the things, my dear friends? Now time is very less, so I have to solve only questions, and even if you have doubts, I won't be able to take much. Fine. We have only half an hour remaining. So my dear friends, study this question from GATE 2020. Please study this question from GATE 2020. What does he say? He says that for a single inventory system, the demand is continuous, which is 10,000 per year. The replacement instantaneous back orders per cycle are allowed in this shown in the figure. As soon as the quantity ordered, the back order quantity is issued to the customer. The ordering cost is rupees 300 per year. The carrying cost is rupees 4 per unit per year. The cost of back ordering is this, and based on the total minimization criteria, the maximum inventory reached in the system is what? My dear friends, it's a straightforward question which is based on the shortage model of inventory. Shortage model is a very important model, and we study it nicely. There is no doubt in this. Now the reason for taking this question is only that what are the methods by which we can solve the question. My only intention here is that to let you know what are the methods. Very quickly I'll tell you. See, first you have to find out Q star. What is Q star for the shortage model, my dear friends? The Q star formula is this: 2D C naught by CH into CS plus CH by CS. First we have to find Q star. Then either you can find IM star directly using the formula of Q star into CS by CS plus CH. Either you can do this, or you can find S star using this formula Q star into CH by CS plus CH, and then subtract it from Q star. Either way you can do it. My only intention is to let you know that what are the methods by which we can solve the question, and we will get answers from both the methods. Rest, all the data have been given to you, and it is a very straightforward question. I'm not going to waste any time by putting individual values and just telling you what the answer. I'm directly calculating from my calculator. And what you will get, I'm simply saying you what is the answer that you will get, right? So you will get 2 into, see, all the things are given. This is your D. Now what is your C net? C naught, 300 is your C naught. What is your CH? 25 is your CH. No, CH is 4 rupees. What is CS? CS is 25 rupees, which is the back ordering cost. Simply you have to put in the formula. See, I'm also writing this. I'm also, no issues, I'm writing this. 2 into 10,000 into what is C naught? C naught is 300 per order. And what is CH? CH is 4. And CS plus CH is 29. And here it is 25. If you put in the calculator, you are going to get something around 1319. 1319 you are going to get. And this 1319, if you put over here, 1319 into 25 by 29. If you solve this, you are going to get something around 1137. 1137. So what is your answer? Your answer is 1137, right? Very easy, but you should know that what are the methods by which you can solve the question, right? So my dear friends, in inventory, you know that all the formulas you need to be thorough with it, and the chances are there questions are going to come directly from the formula. But even if it doesn't come, you should be able to do it if you have the proper knowledge that how the formula is derived. Chalo. So without wasting any time, my dear friend, this was the inventory question, a very good question from GATE 2020. So without wasting any time, let me come to one of the most important concepts and one of the, you can say, slightly trickier concept of price break model of inventory. My dear friends, many students, they face difficulty in solving the price break model, but the concept that I'm going to tell you here is now, it is going to be very, very easy for you. Just follow whatever I'm saying in this question. The question is that the annual demand is given as 25,000 kg. This is your capital D, and ordering cost is given as rupees 500 per order. This is the ordering cost. What is the ordering cost? It is C naught. The handling plus carryover charges is 20% of the purchase price. And what is the optimal order quantity? My dear friends, in price break model, your first concern should be, you should first look at whether your carrying cost is constant or whether it is depending with unit price. So here that we are seeing, here it is given that your CH is given as 0.20, which is 20% of the unit price. That means it is varying. It is varying with your unit price. Yes or no? Optimal order quantity is being asked. Now, my dear friends, we will always start the question from the lowest unit price, because chances of optimal order quantity is lying there only. This is the first thing. So what is the first point? The first point is we will start with the lowest unit price. What is the lowest unit price? The lowest unit price is, my dear friends, it is 60 rupees. Yes or no? So if it is 60 rupees, what will be CH? CH is 0.20 of P. 0.20 of P is rupees 12. Yes. My dear friends, the first job is finding EOQ with corresponding to this CH. What would be EOQ, my dear friends? The EOQ is root over 2D C naught by CH. What is 2 and what is D? 25,000. What is C naught? C naught is given as 500. And what is CH? CH is coming out as 12 rupees. If you solve this, you will get somewhere around 1443.38. Now, my dear friends, just see that whether it is lying in the feasible region or not. Whether 1443 is lying over here. Tell me, is 1443 lying in this range? No, my dear friends, it is not lying, because this unit price is corresponding to 1500 and above. It is not lying. That means it is what? It is infeasible. You are not allowed to take this. Suppose it was feasible, this would have been your answer and you would have directly written 1443 or 1444 as the answer, and you would have gone to the next question. But this is not feasible. You cannot take this one. So what you will do? You will find the total annual cost at 1500 over here. Now why 1500? You will understand this if you have thoroughly studied this price break model, and with the help of graph, when we plot the graph of different unit prices, the one where the price break is happening, chances are there that we will get the unit least cost over there. So I will find the total annual cost at 1500. Fine. How will I find the total annual cost at 1500? Simply 25,000 into what is the unit price, 60, plus, now what is the number of orders? The number of orders is 25,000 divided by 1500 into the ordering cost. Ordering cost is 500, plus what is the average inventory? The average inventory is 1500 by 2 into the CH. CH is what? 12. If you solve this, and if you solve this, you will get the answer as 1517,333.3 rupees. This is one, right? Now we have to go to the next, the subsequent, which is the above unit price. So case 2, what is the unit price? The unit price is 65. What is CH? The corresponding CH is 13 rupees. Why? 0.20 of 65 is 13. Now we have to find the Q star. What is the Q star? If you find the Q star, it is 2 into 25,000 into 500 divided by 13. And if you solve this, (1386), you are getting something like 1386. Now see over here, is it satisfying? Is it lying in the feasible region? Yes or no? Is it lying in the feasible? Yes, absolutely. It is lying between 750 and 1499. So this is satisfied. Once this is satisfied, we have to find the total annual cost at 1386. 1386. So what will be total annual cost at 1386? Can anyone tell me? See, this is EOQ na. So first write 25,000 annual demand into what is the unit price? The unit price was 65 na? 65. Yes, correct. And since this is EOQ, you are allowed to use the formula of 2D C0 CH, 2 into D into C0. What is C0? Let me check. What is C0, my dear friends? C0 is 500. C0 is 500. And what is CH? CH is 13 rupees. If you solve this, you are going to get something like 1643027.8. Now, my dear friends, we have found the total. See, since EOQ is satisfied over here, no need to go up. Remember, I repeat again, since EOQ was satisfied over here, no need to go for the unit price of 70. You are not going to get the lowest cost above this. Either you will get the lowest cost in the 65, or you will get the lowest cost for 60 rupees. Now I hope you are able to recall the concepts you have studied for price break model. So one cost I got as 164 at EOQ, and one cost I got at 1517333. Which is the lowest cost? The lowest cost is, my dear friends, you are getting at 1500. The lowest cost you are getting at 1500 kg, and this will be your answer. If you follow this concept, my dear friends, just follow this concept. I'll only say that just follow this method and do any price break question. You are going to solve it in a very easier way. Now, students who have attended my classes, I know that they are not going to face any difficulty in solving this question, right? So, my dear friends, let's move on to the next question. And my dear friends, this question came in GATE 2021, and there was a panic among the students. Why? Because seeing the length of the question, now seeing what he is asking, what he is not. My dear friends, it was a very, very simple question of probabilistic model. Probabilistic model. And my dear friend, let me tell you whether it is probabilistic model, whether it is the in-part CPM chapter, the one distribution which you have to study is this one. Very, very important. You read this distribution and 2-3 chapters you will feel like nothing is there, but you should be comfortable in normal distribution. Anyway, coming to the question, what he has given that the probability of satisfying during lead time period is 95%. My dear friends, if you have studied probabilistic model, let me tell you that the area on the normal distribution curve for any z value gives you the service level. It means that, my dear friends, let us understand this in a very neat way. It means that if this is the normal distribution curve, and what is 1.64 over here? If you have any idea of the normal distribution curve, it is simply the z value. It is simply the z value, right? So z equal to 0 is somewhere in the, it is exact, not somewhere, it is exactly in the middle. Here it will be z equal to 1.64. Now what is your 95%? This area is representing the service level required, and this is what? 95% area. Simple, job done. Now what he's asking? He's asking the safety stock. My dear friends, you know now that safety stock is given by Z sigma. You know this thing. What is Z? His Z is already given as 1.64. Everyone knows this. And what is sigma? Sigma is the standard deviation during lead time. Sigma is the standard deviation during lead time. Now here is the one area where you can have some difficulty. Sir, why? It is because sigma is given as 10 units. He has given sigma as 10 units, but it is on daily basis. It is on daily basis, and your lead time period is 5 days. So you have to find the sigma for 5 days. This is the only concept from means where you could have done the mistake. He has given sigma for a daily basis, but the lead time is 5 days. So you have to find the sigma corresponding to 5 days. So what do we do, my dear friends? Sigma we cannot directly add. We have to convert it in variance and then we have to add. Yes or no? Sigma we directly cannot add. So for one day it is 10. So for first day the variance is 100. For second day the variance is 100. Third day 100. Fourth day 100. Fifth day 100. And eventually you will have to add like 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100. It is something like, you know, root over 10 square into 5, or rather it is 10 root 5. This is your correct sigma. So you know you have sigma. Sigma is what? 10 root 5. Z is what? 1.64. And if you simply multiply them, let me see what is the answer. 1.64 into 10 into root 5. 36.7 is your answer. 36.7 is your answer. 36.7 is your answer in this case. Now my dear friends, see, it looked a very difficult question. But if you are comfortable with the normal distribution curve, and if you are comfortable with the concepts of probabilistic model, you will be able to do this question in 2 minutes. That is why it is always advisable to cover your industrial engineering portion, because there are some 5-6 easier marks as compared to some of your core subjects, right? So my dear friends, are you getting the concepts or not? Are you getting the concepts? Are you able to understand? Sure. With this, my dear friends, another question based on queuing theory, and I will not say this is the, again, this is the, you know, very difficult question, but if you are not thorough with the basics, you can commit mistake. And that is why I have taken care of those small area where you can commit mistakes, and based on that I have, brought to you these questions. Now anyway, read the question. The question says that the arrival of customers over a fixed time interval in a bank, it follows a Poisson distribution with an average of 30 customers per hour. So very good. Without any worrying, I am simply write lambda equal to 30 per hour. The probability that the time between successive customer arrival is between 1 and 3 minutes. My dear friends, let me tell you very clearly. See, try to listen with very focus. In queuing model, we study two distributions. One is Poisson, one is exponential distribution. Now, whenever he asks you regarding number of persons, probability of 5 customers in the system, probability of arrival of n customers, we will use Poisson distribution. But whenever he asks you regarding time, that probability that the inter-arrival time is 2 minutes, probability that the inter-arrival time is less than 5 minutes, more than 5 minutes, greater than 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, anything regarding time, we use exponential distribution. Always remember, we use exponential distribution. So he's asking with time, the probability that the time between successive customer arrival is 1 to 3 minutes. So my dear friends, here you need to know, see in maths also you study what? Distributions. So you need to know that the distribution for exponential one is lambda e raised to minus lambda t. Yes or no? Sir, what is lambda? Lambda is the same that I have written, which is 30 per hour. Yes or no? Got it. See, what is lambda? What is lambda? Lambda is your average number of events, and it is the same that you study in Poisson distribution. Never ever be confused. In Poisson we study lambda. This is the same lambda over here, but I will not substitute 30. Now you will be confused that sir, now you are telling that lambda is the same of Poisson, which is 30, but you will not substitute 30. Why? This is the trick in this question. I will not substitute 30. Why? See the magic. See, for probability, PDF is given. So what we have to do? We have to simply integrate it within the time limits. Yes or no? So suppose he is asking me that the time is between 1 to 3 minutes. So I will substitute 1, I will substitute 3, and I will substitute ft dt. Yes or no? Very good, sir. 1 to 3. What is ft? Lambda e raised to minus lambda t dt. Yes or no? Very good, sir. Right now, let us solve the integration without worrying about the values. So this is lambda. This is e raised to minus lambda t by minus lambda. Lambda gets cancelled out, and you have to substitute between 1 to 3. So it is what? Minus e raised to, once I will write 3 lambda and minus plus e raised to what? Minus e raised to minus 3 lambda minus plus e raised to minus lambda. If I put 1, so it is ultimately what? E raised to minus lambda minus e raised to minus 3 lambda. Yes or no? E raised to minus lambda minus e raised to minus 3 lambda. Yes or no? Clear till here? Now, sir, you are saying lambda I cannot put in 30 per hour. No. Why you cannot put 30? Because, now here is the twist. Why I cannot substitute? It is because you have put the time in minutes and he has given lambda in hour. How can hour and minute be in the same place? Yes or no? I hope you are getting. So what we have to do over here, we have to convert hour to minutes. So in 60 minutes, there is 30 customer per hour, 30 customer. So in 1 minute, there will be 1 by 5 customer or 0.5. So your lambda value is what? 0.5. That's it. Done. Your lambda value is what? 0.5, and it is done. Your lambda value is what? 0.5. So simply what you have to do in this over here, e raised to minus 0.5 minus e raised to minus 1.5, you solve this thing, you will get somewhere around 0.386, and that will be your answer. Very, very crystal clear, my dear friends. This is the concept, right? And I hope that you have followed this very nicely, because if you won't follow this, you will have trouble while solving queuing theory questions. So what is the answer? The answer is 0.38 is the answer, right? So my dear friends, are you getting the things? Are you enjoying the things? Are you enjoying the things? And my dear friends, let's solve the final question of the day, which I have taken from forecasting. See, I have taken care of all the chapters, all the important chapters. We have solved inventory. We have solved in this 1 hour only. I have solved inventory probabilistic model, inventory model. I have solved LPP problems. I have told you some PERT CPM questions also. And now is the time that we wind up the session with a forecasting question. This is the question of forecasting, and here it is asking mean absolute percentage error. Data has been given. What is been asking is asking mean absolute percentage error. Now a very simple trick I'll tell you, and you will be just doing this question in a very easier way. What is the trick? The trick is, what he's asking? He is asking mean absolute percentage error. What is the trick? The trick is simply spell it backwards. Spell it from backwards. What is the backward thing? Error, then percentage, then absolute, then mean. Done. What is error? Error is D minus F. What is percentage error? D minus F by D into 100. What is absolute? You take the mod. And what is mean? You do summation and you divide it by 1 by n. Job done. Job done. This is your formula. Never ever you have to mug up the formula. Again I'm repeating this. Just for your benefit, I am repeating it again. What is error? Sir, D minus F. What is percentage error? Percentage error is with respect to initial value and multiply with 100. Percentage error. What is absolute? You just take the mod sign and you get the absolute value. What is mean? Summation and divided with the number of time interval. So summation and divided by n. Right? Job done. So what we have to do? We have to simply find D minus F ka absolute value. See, this is your D and this is your F. What is the absolute value? Simply find the absolute value. This is what, 25. Now what is this? This is what, 20. Yes or no? Minus 20, but absolute value it will be 20. Here it is what? It is 15. Here it is what? Here it is 20. Here it is what? It is what? It is 20. I found summation. This is what? This is what? This is what? Summation. This is absolute value of D minus F. Now what you have to do? You have to find D minus F divided by initial value. Initial value is what? D. So here it will be, okay, no issues. No issues. I'll write it in a, just a minute. See, this is D minus F mod and just divided with the initial demand. Initial value is what? The initial demand. The initial demand. So here it will be what? 25 by 225. Yes or no? Here it will be what? 20 by initial demand is 220. Here it is what? 15 divided by initial demand is 285. Here it is what? 20 divided by 290. And here it is what? 20 divided by 250. I found this. Can you find the summation? Can you find the summation? My dear friends, I am saving your time. I am saving your time. If you find the summation will come out to be somewhere 0.4. Now you have got 0.4. Just multiply with 100. See this 100. This 100 you simply multiply with 100 and divided by number of time intervals, which is 5. So what is the answer? Let me check. You are getting 8%. You are getting 8%. And 8% is your answer. Done. Done. Sir, why we have taken this question? Because we are not, we always study what? We always studied mean absolute deviation, MAD. Then we always studied what is, what is bias. But he has given in GATE 2021 what is MAPE, mean absolute percentage error. And most importantly, you got to know how to solve this question. So my dear friends, in this session, what we have done, we have utilized so effectively this 1 hour, and we have covered some some trickier PYQs, and along with that I've tried to give you the hidden concepts which are there in questions so that you are able to solve the questions in a very easier way. So have you enjoyed the session, my dear friends? Have you liked the session? And my dear friends, let me tell you that At 11:30, Vijay sir is going to take your production engineering, and subsequently, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, all our mechanical faculties, they are experts of their subjects, and they will be taking some wonderful sessions for you in 1 hour. That would be, the best 1 hour you can spend over a day. So I strongly advise you to follow those sessions and support us with your love, right? So my dear friends, very good, Samir. Yes, so 11:30 is there, he started already. Very good. So my dear friends, all the best. I'm not going to take your time over here. Do drop a like if you like this session, and share it with your friends if you found it useful, right? So my dear friends, a very goodbye again, a very happy engineers day. Stay blessed, take care, and all the best for your GATE 2023, right? Thank you, my dear friends. Thank you.